Hello, welcome back to
Woo!
CSL. We are still on our Division 2 spotlight. Today we have
Boom.
Simon Fraser and Washington going at it. I know Washington has a Div 1 team, so this must be their second team, or yeah, University of Washington definitely has a Tier 1 team. We've
You know,
casted before.
they may be Division 2 goalie, but they're Division 1 in our hearts.
For sure. I mean, these guys are very equally matched this time. They were both 5-2 in the fall. Simon
Mhm.
Fraser getting off to a very strong start, 2-0. Washington had one bye, so they're right now 0-1. So trying to, get back at Simon Fraser, even out that score a little bit.
Yeah, they are pretty even matched. I'm excited to see how they fare. I think Washington actually went undefeated in the uh in the fall, Golgi. I think you might be looking at the Division 1 team.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it might
Division
be.
2, they went 7-0, 14-0. They haven't seen the defeat screen. They
Damn.
don't know what it's like. They defend their ancient.
I mean, we
They
need
looked
to
at the
match
name of
them
the
with
game.
Calgary, right? Calgary is also undefeated, aren't they?
Speaking of unstoppable Division 2 teams, don't get me started on my hometown,
Yeah.
Calgary.
Yeah, it could be like
I,
the West Coast Showdown. I mean, it's not exactly coast on Calgary, but, close enough.
yeah, not too much water out here in the prairies. Back in the fall too, we have the Simon Fraser University. They went 5-2, 11-4. Not quite undefeated,
No.
but they know about winning and they have quite the taste for it.
Yeah, solid score for sure. Yeah, let's see if they can finally bring Washington to their knees and they have not tasted defeat. Is it going to be today that Simon Fraser is going to do
I
that?
think I think they might do it. I'm
Yeah?
looking at their so since the break, they haven't lost a game. They've gone 4-1. They've only lost one game across
Wow.
both series so far. So they did some practicing over the
Wow.
break.
Yeah.
They came back with a vengeance. They're currently tied for first place in their conference, except the other team they're tied with is actually 4-0,
Damn.
favoring them. But I'm ready for this. How is
Yeah.
let me check how Simon, or rather, oh boy. Oh, never mind. That was the right one. Whew, I thought I misspoke. Washington State is just 1-0, just 1-0, and they are 2-0 in the series. So, flawless record so far.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't take the entire series, taking a game off Washington is already a victory, ruining their score immediately,
Yeah.
putting them in their place.
All right, so looks like the players are all in the lobby. We're going to get the game going up in just about half a minute here.
Yes, let's
Going,
do this. I'm ready.
yeah, go to a wait screen for just a bit, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Peace.
Dire team ban.
And welcome back to the draft. We have
Let's
right
go.
now Simon Fraser, I believe, on the Dire side,
That
and
is correct.
Washington over on the Radiant.
And we're going into the first phase. What do you think? Is there going to be a big difference between Division 2 and Division 1, or do you think it's going to be pretty much the same?
I mean, from some of the games we've seen so far, I would say I'm expecting a little bit of a difference because it seems like Division Two's skill gap can be a lot wider.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
Yeah, between the teams, it's usually not an even match.
yeah. Division One, they tend to be all very quite talented teams, but when it comes to Div Two, sometimes you got like really insanely talented teams, like you said, like Calgary, who probably should be in Div One in
Oh
all
yeah.
honesty, and you got Washington here, who was undefeated, who probably have as much of a say to be in Div One. Maybe they're not in Div One because there is the other Washington team that's already in Div One. Then
Oh,
that school is just full of talent, then wouldn't it be?
dang. It would. But Simon Fraser has something to prove, and they get the first opportunity to ruin a perfect record.
Yeah, I mean that's always sweet when you get to do that. You get some bragging rights, and then you also feel very confident going into the playoffs, knowing that we defeated the best. I mean, then doesn't
Mhm.
that make you the best, even if you had like worse score
It
before? But
means you
you
know
can
you can do
argue.
it. Um, I mean, I'm excited. I think these teams are going to be. This is going to be a great game. Off to the bands. Clockwork and Omni Knight and Tusk are common. Seeing AA actually banned out isn't too common, but seeing A picked up early is common, so it's not the most wild thing I've ever seen. I would like to point out though, just because their division number isn't number 1, doesn't mean these players aren't talented. They are working together and playing in a competitive Dota league. You know they're taking it seriously.
Oh, for sure.
I think one of the, as a player and as a spectator, no one should underestimate any of these players here.
So interesting ban from Simon Fraser. They banned the Dazzle in response to the AA ban. I'm assuming. I guess they feel like maybe Washington is trying to go for a cheeky Huskar draft or something with the AA ban. One of definitely the hardest counters. Probably not an Alchemist draft because I don't think I've seen that hero in such a long time.
It's been a while. I definitely agree. That's a very reactive ban. Looking for it. And then next, another very common first pick. Might give away, I don't know, an OD pick, but that's usually a last pick anyways. And League of Ancients. Simon Fraser starting us off. First pick, first phase, Division 2. What's it gonna be? Is he going to reserve time on the first pick?
Yeah, they're thinking.
We're going to reserve time. There it is.
Super fast. Ooh.
All right, so this is some aggressive dual off lane.
Man, Cobble is such a scary hero in my eyes. I mean, there's some players out there who are just so good on that hero.
That's me. I'll raise my hand to that. Did you know behind Earth Spirit, Caudle is my most played hero?
Wow.
Second most played.
How do you play him? Do you play him the
now
good
you
old
go
liquid
dual
style?
off lane.
Dual off lane?
Yeah, it's because he just blasts. Oh, there we go. There's a strong laner return, although I got a favorite Caudle, but I am completely biased towards that hero.
Yeah.
I don't like Lich, and the other one is my second most played hero in Dota. I think, right now, the aggressive dual off lane, all Caudle does is sit in the trees and blast the enemy carry when they try and last hit and just ruins their game. That's, I think, that's the position he's most powerful in at the moment.
And also, it gives them some place to soak up XP without hurting the safe laner, obviously. Pick up some farm for himself as well.
And one thing, too, is he combos quite well with a lot of heroes. Unfortunately, Clockwork was banned, but that's my favorite, or one of my favorite heroes to dual offlane Caudle with. Clockwork Caudle is very deadly.
Right, and then that also gives Clockwork, who is usually a roamer, a lane for himself to farm as well. And Clockwork with some early farm can be very scary indeed.
Although, when you do the Caudle dual lane, Caudle does end up taking quite a few CS because he's constantly blasting the creep wave, but it does get split between them. But also a high potential for kill. And there's the Brewmaster, seen very often. This is what I'm talking about, though. I think Brewmaster is quite the difficult hero to play, especially you can't really just pick him up because you want to have your hotkeys set up on the hero already going into the game.
Yep.
I don't think he's really, this hero fits, let's pick him. You definitely have to have a player. This is our Division 2 Panda. I mean, I'm just going to say, we're watching a Division 2 match and someone picked Panda, and I'm excited. And I'm just going to leave it at that and say nothing more.
I mean, they are the undefeated team, so you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was watching Calgary, you were casting that game a couple of days ago, they were playing pretty, Division 1-ish. They had some, what's the rank called? The top Divine? They had like 2 or 3 Divine players on that team. It's like basically a tier 1 team, honestly.
Yeah, many tier 1 teams have similar ranks, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, Disruptor.
Yeah, strong lanes.
Very strong lanes, lack of lockdown, and almost no damage. Apart from level 1, Disruptor has a very high damage with his Thunderstrike. But you can't really count on Caudle's damage because Illuminate's easy to dodge. And Disruptor is damage kind of peaks at level 1 and then comes back at level 6. But levels 2 through, we'll say 3 through 5, Thunderstrike isn't that scary, and he's not really that scary of a hero.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Disruptor is definitely one of those heroes that really kind of depends on levels, at least in the early game, because he's kind of useless without all of his spells online. As you said, Thunderstrike itself is good, but you don't want to level that first because the damage really falls off on that one, and you kind of use it just for vision. Glimpse is effective, but it gets so much more effective with higher levels, and also, of course, it gets even better. Yeah, it does 0 damage, and of course, the static field also does 0 damage, and also kind of useless without being able to be set up with another stun, or of course having the level in a Glimpse itself.
Exactly, but Kinetic Field into Caudle Illuminate, the perfect combo.
Can you push enemies out of the static field with Blinding Light?
I
Or
feel
does
like
it
you
keep them in there?
cannot. But
Yeah,
I'm not really
you
sure.
can't force out of static field, so I'm assuming it works the same way.
Exactly, that's what I'm assuming. One thing to be careful though, speaking from experience, Coddle sometimes doesn't combo well with heroes that want the enemy team to group up, because when a Coddle, not naming any names like myself, sees a large enemy or a large group of enemies, it's really tempting to just hit like a 4 or 5 man blinding light,
Yeah.
because that's humongous. But often when playing with heroes like an Axe or a Disruptor who want the enemy team to group up, they will cast their spells right where everyone was just pushed away from.
Yeah, we've
So
seen
that's
enough
something to
fails of the
watch.
week. We've seen enough
Yeah.
fails of the week where that happens every single time, and it is funny every single time as well. I kind of
And
wish.
Juggernaut. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I kind of wish Simon Fraser is almost going for like a mounted draft. They got 2 already. I mean, it's hard to see.
Ooh, very, very chivalrous. Let's see.
Go like a Luna? No, it's
Oh,
already over.
no.
Dream's dead.
Oh, Phantom Lance, I'm over it. So,
Oh,
someone
PL
picks-
Coddle. This is classic.
Someone picks. Oh yeah, Peel Coddle from way back in the day. If any of
Yeah.
you don't know, that was one of the best lanes. Was it like TI3? You just what's it? Phantom Lance? What's his Q? I don't know what his Q is.
Spirit
I don't
Lance.
play. Spirit Lance, and then Coddle just feeds him mana, and that's
Yeah.
the whole lane. Really fun to play against. Give it a try. Ooh,
Oh, a shaker in
Earthshaker.
response.
Counters PL. Just a great hero. I love that hero.
Also can jump on the keeper as well.
It fills in a lot of Lich's weaknesses. Lich is extremely strong in lane, and
Right.
I don't have much more to say about him.
Very
But
true.
Earth Spirit does what Lich cannot. I like to say though, when you pick Disruptor, the enemy team usually just picks Lifestealer or Juggernaut, and that's pretty much how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just built-in BKB seems pretty good against Glimpse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lifestealer, I like Disruptor. Playing Disruptor against Lifestealer is awful. You really just can't do too much to him.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
I mean, you can walk out of the static field. Only way to get him is like if you can get a sneaky silence on him before anything happens, but that's pretty rough.
So, Washington's team fight is really good. They have Lich, which is kind of weird because usually his ult will bounce out, and there's Tidehunter. Okay, so there's some team fight coming up for Simon Fraser.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams are really strong, but I'm concerned because PL's not really a frontliner. Tide is a frontliner in the sense he's going to initiate the fight or counter-initiate the fight, but he does not really too scary after that. Coddle and Disruptor are definitely not frontliners, so I'm worried that PL is going to have a hard time staying alive if he's the only one really going in.
Yeah.
Also, Disruptor wants to be on teams that chase the enemy down, and
True that.
I mean, PL chases people down, but no one else does just yet.
And I mean, Juggernaut pick is starting to look better and better as well. Of course, his spin very good against Tidehunter. If you have the reaction speed or have the vision acquired beforehand, it's very easy to react to that blink in with the spin. Of course, Brewmaster, someone that is going to be hard to take down within just a Ravage. Of course, they can just drop the Disruptor ulti on top of that to keep him from ultiing, but he's a very tanky hero.
And keep in mind that Brewmaster was buffed, I think it was the 7.0 patch, where his Storm Panda's Purge does an insane amount of damage to illusions. Like, I think
Oh,
it's like
does it?
1,000 damage or something, like something ridiculous, like a humongous amount.
Oh, it's like the old Purge, like on the
Yeah,
Diffusal
the
Blade?
Warcraft 3 Purge.
Yeah, you could do 1,000 damage to summoned units. I mean, there was
Yeah.
a time where Purge instantly killed summoned units as well, even in
Yeah,
Dota
Rip
2.
Warlock.
Yeah, Rip Warlock. It just filled that Fusel Blade. He's half of his heroes basically gone. He's an upheaval bot. And I guess the Chain Pain, whatever that's called, is a pretty good spell.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have... Oh, here we go, last pick. Puck.
Puck, alright, more team fight.
Yeah, I like... I'm having a hard time seeing how Simon Fraser fights. They really need to do well in the lanes,
Yep.
and I feel like they need to snowball. If it gets to an even match or a drawn-out match, none of those heroes except for Tidehunter want to go in. And again, Tidehunter only can go in for so long. Once everyone's taken out a Ravage, he can anchor smash and maybe soak some damage, but he's not putting too much damage out. You can kind of just ignore him.
Yeah, very true. And of course, with Tidehunter on the team, they really depend on the ultimate to win and lose fights, and it kind of puts them on kind of a cycle. Like, we look for team fights when the ulti is up, and then they're very vulnerable for the next like 2 minutes while the ulti cools down.
Also, I'd like to note that Dream Coil with Blinding Light, great combo.
Yeah, you're right. That's insane. Especially the fact that Dream Coil now does no damage on cast and does insane amount of damage now if you break the coil. Even makes the combos better now.
I think that's a really nice change for Dream Coil.
I agree. It makes sense when it comes to. I mean, it makes it more skillful. It makes it like you play like it's supposed to be made to be played. It's nice.
Definitely. So, if there's one thing I've ever learned, and I might have to eat my words here because I'm going to say this before the last pick. If there's one thing I've learned from Collegiate Dota, just kidding. Here comes the pick. Ember Spirit. Hello.
All right. Yeah, Final Lancer's going to be feeling more pain.
Yeah, he's very good against AoE. He can go Battle Fury or he can go Lightning from Maelstrom.
Yep.
What do you think he's going to go?
Or
do you think he's going to go Magic Damage?
He could even go Radiance. Yeah, I mean, it's been popular for Juggernaut to pick up Battle Furies nowadays. I'm wondering if 2 Battle Furies on a team is too much. And
I think a lot of people, like in this current patch, many people are getting Battle Furies.
That's very true. Yeah, I've seen someone pick Battle Fury in Final Lancer. I can't remember who it was. Was it E? I mean, E always known for weird ass builds though.
I think. Well, I mean, Terrorblade Battle Fury is the standard now.
Oh really?
So, oh yeah.
Oh, that is nuts.
Weird. I was gonna mention, if there's one thing I know about Collegiate Dota, it's often that the team that's easier to execute will win, especially as games are drawn on. And I feel strongly that Simon Fraser, their team is much harder to execute. Yes, the team with the panda, I believe, is actually easier to execute than their team.
Yeah, I mean, their game plan is at least very straightforward. There was a weird glitch on my screen. I didn't get like kind of the intro, like fighting game like intro screen.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it just was like I loaded into the game with the entire map in Fog of War, but thankfully I loaded into the game fine. So let's get these teams introduced in. On the Radiant, I believe that is the Washington team. We have Jivy playing the Ember Spirit middle. We have Memnetic on the Juggernaut. Playing the Panda is Karthus. And over on the Lich is Tyrant. I believe he plays in the other Washington team. He's filling for this, I'm assuming then. And we have 403 on the Earthshaker.
Oh, area code for Calgary, Earthshaker. On the Dire, on Simon Fraser. With the electric attitude, we have Des Ward on Disruptor. He's so hungry, he could eat Washington. Hyper Rays on Tidehunter. We have Belial Emney on Puck. Arterux, not Artor, on Phantom Lancer, playing the carry you're sick of seeing in every one of your pubs. And my man, Caudle, being played by M. Sutrija. Perfect pronunciation of his name. He messaged me before to tell me.
Did he?
No.
But
not quite.
yeah, so some weird names in this game, and a lot of them with a very creative typography, with weird capitalizations and brackets and such.
This is just perfect gamer tag etiquette. You just gotta make it weird. So no conflict at the level 1 ruins.
Yeah.
Weird. I'm not a fan of that. I always love the fights for the level 1 ruins. Every pub I play, I push for them. Even if I'm like, they have good level 1, but let's still go.
Also, top lane, we have
a lot of damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage. You're talking about
blood.
Disruptor's use of that Q to be able to do a lot of damage in level 1. There's a lot of mana drained with the mana leak, but of course, level 1 mana leak not amazing at draining all the mana.
Yeah, level 1 mana leak is, I think it's pretty bad now because, as you saw, Panda just ran the whole time and it didn't stun him. So it kind of just does nothing. And now we have 3 players top, both warding in front of each other. Disruptor brought a sentry, so hopefully he'll clean that up shortly.
Oh, yep, there it is.
There it is.
He eats it with the tango.
Ooh, look at Earthshaker. Boots triple clarity. He's not here to take damage. And then,
yeah, that means he probably won't be as efficient in this tri-lane, not being able to trade auto attacks and such. But Karthus, with that Drunken Brawler, is dodging a lot of attacks.
It might be worth it for Earthshaker to go somewhere else because Lich skilled Sacrifice. So until level 2, the Washington tri-lane actually really can't do much.
Yeah.
Earthshaker just watches. There's no way they're going to get a kill. Lich is just a range creep at the moment.
I mean, well, of course, that means that Tidehunter is getting a solo lane against the Juggernaut himself, and that's a lane that Tidehunter can do quite well in.
Yeah, Tidehunter's not too scared against melees. Caudle going around to take the bounty. I like it.
Yeah,
And he
harasses
has
for a 3
the
out.
Mana Leak Chakra Magic build. All right, so I think we're gonna see some Spirit Lance. Makes sense actually. Between Spirit Lance and Thunderstrike, those are two insane nukes in lane.
Yeah.
You know, Caudle doesn't need to worry about doing the damage.
And he's gonna do a pull right here as well.
And this is the problem with an aggressive tri lane. You really need to. You can't let them pull if you're
In
gonna
the middle,
aggro.
there's a Shade's coming up, but TMM, he's the one that kind of overextends there. He thought he could go on Emmy, but he had already taken too much damage, and the Flame Guard not being able to protect him from those right clicks.
Magic damage, not physical damage. I think it's often that people forget how much damage Puck does early on.
Oh yeah,
Why
his right
Puck is
clicks
so
are...
common in Drow lineups because he already has such high base damage.
Yeah, and starting with Null Thousand as usually as well, augmenting that damage even higher.
All right, so we have level 2 in the tri lane. I wouldn't be surprised to see a fight. And because unless there's some kills gotten and unless those camps are blocked, this tri lane strongly favors Simon Fraser, I would say. Because they're going to have access to more experience. I guess against the Lich, it kind of does even out. What a weird situation.
I feel like this Earthshaker hasn't done anything in this lane.
No, and he has no regen, so he's playing so scared.
Yeah, he doesn't even trade right clicks either, which he should be doing. But even with 3 clarity start, you should be roaming.
Ember Spirit actually just missed his chains.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That would have been a kill then if he landed the chains. Only 80 health left on the Puck, but he finds a rune on the bottom. Very lucky for him, so he's going to be able to bottle back up.
Down in the bottom lane, Juggernaut's just getting bullied out.
Yeah,
Tidehunter's just hitting him with his anchor.
Yeah, that's going to get Lich to respond to TPN for his carry there. But yeah, there's no way Juggernaut can just farm in this lane.
And I don't believe Simon Fraser are too worried about their top lane. They know the camps are not blocked. Caudle's going to get his second round of double bounty runes, and Phantom Lancer's out farming Panda. It looks like Earthshaker finally stepped up into range and took a bit of damage. Simon Fraser noticing he brought no regen. Alright. Puck's about to pick up an Invis rune. Maybe we're going to see something happen.
Yeah, still not level 6 yet, but of course he does have a lot of damage still.
And Lich rotated bottom to help out Juggernaut.
Yeah.
That makes a lot
still
of sense.
taking so much damage. One more last hit will actually do it for the Tide. He actually is going for the dive, but can he get the healing word? Not getting micros, so that's
easy.
75 gold for Hyper Raise. Memnetic has the salve though, so he's healing up, but doesn't have the mana, or actually the level Stormy Slash either. Hyper Raise is going to take his time, take the bounty rune, he's going to get out. In the mid
This
lane
game
again,
is looking very good for Simon
going on
Fraser.
Emmy, but he has the orb to get out, no problem.
It looks like they're winning every lane.
Yeah, no, for sure. Simon Fraser. You said, I mean, with this lineup, they need to win the lanes hard, and they're doing it. That's why we're going for the body block on Karthus, but a great Fisher is going to be able to stop them for a little bit. Arthix is stuck in the Spirit Run. I've never seen anything like that. That's hilarious. Pathing can't get around that, apparently, so Val, please fix.
Love it. Yeah. Oh god. And then part of the Tidehunter just from ever since the pathing changes the creeps and fishers, heroes will react like that as well sometimes.
Yeah.
Tidehunter doesn't care about anything. He's level 6. He's just making space. He's playing single player, smashes Juggernaut with his anchor.
Yeah, Memnetic is taking so much damage from those anchor smashes, and he can't last hit once he get hit by that, of course.
2 points in
top again. Mana leak. Oh, but a great Fisher yet again by 403. Karthus is going to walk himself out. He's going to be fine.
Mana boots are picked up on Tide, so he can definitely cast all of his spells. It's just the question is it going to be enough damage, and our TP rotation is going to occur from Washington.
They want to go in. The Netic is going to spin on. Of course, the Kraken Shell doesn't help him with that. That might be enough damage. Yeah, he goes down. Getting a little bit too cocky in that lane.
I agree. I think he did get too cocky.
Meanwhile, the Fisher, he is getting too greedy for his bounty runes. He got his third bounty, but this time he pays the price. He got a little bit too predictable, I guess.
So Puck is just he's not dominating. He's beating the Ember Spirit.
Yep. He has 1 kill and of course 6 more last hits over him.
Ember Spirit just accidentally TP'd to his own tower.
Oh no. And he left the remnant. Oh, that's awkward.
To add insult to injury, after TPing to his own tower, he used the remnant beside where he teleported. Top lane, there's a fight going on. Panda's getting chased down.
The vision is there from the Q from the Disruptor, and he's getting chased down. But he has a TP. Can he dodge enough? Yeah, he is going to be tanky enough. He's not going to be able to get that. Did he not have Glimpse? He had the level in Glimpse. Did you see?
He did, but I guess they lost vision.
Ah, right.
with two great vision spells, Spirit Lance and Thunder Strike, and Desrol was just shy of being able to get a kinetic field glimpse.
Yeah, the Fisher was there to be able to block them off from it. So great play by 403.
Nice.
He got off to a
403
shaky
make-
start, but his Fisher has been on point so far.
A shaky start. Nice, Golgi. Well said.
It was actually unintentional.
Yeah, playing it humble. Okay.
So we have the haste rune
Puck
finally
tasted.
popped on Bilal. He's going
got
to be
his
moving
spells.
over to the bot lane. He has a Dream Coil ready, but this is a Juggernaut who can spin out of it.
Jug might get Omni Slash as this fight starts, and he has 7 wand
Yeah.
charges. He's really close to 6. One more creep kill, and Puck just leaves. Ugh.
That healing ward is going
Top
to
lane.
get him full
We're
as
getting
well.
Panda chase down. Great push.
Panda. Arthur's trying to do damage. Of course, Panda's very tanky. He stands his ground and fights for a little bit. Another Spirit Lance coming out. He's got to be careful. One more Spirit Lance will do it, but he doesn't have the mana for it. And Chakra Magic is still on cooldown. So again,
Well,
Top tower is
Karthus lives.
go back to the lanes, but of the top four last hits, 3 of them are for Simon Fraser. Puck, Tidehunter, and PL. PL is just trailing behind Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit has 32 CS, PL has 29. PL does have 19 denies.
Oh, 19, that's pretty nice. I mean,
So-
actually, denies from Simon Fraser's side just in general all look very good.
Simon
13,
Fraser's
17,
looking
19.
extremely strong going into this game.
Yeah, definitely showing their power in laning phase at the very least.
Koto's build is scaring me a little bit. I want to see what he does with it.
Ooh, he can't farm at all. Usually you want to see
He-
Coddle kind of
he's-
turn into jungle or something later, alright?
This Koto can't do anything by himself at this moment with this build. This is strictly to play around his team. So it's great that his team is doing well and he's going to be able to support them. But if the game starts evening out or any of his cores fall behind, Koto will just be just as weak.
Yeah, and that means his
offers
Egg
almost
Inceptor
nothing
is
by
going to be
himself.
very far away. Actually, mid lane again, Bilal taking down Jivy. Looks like, what did he use? He used his ulti to keep him around, doing 448 damage.
Radiant's middle tower is
Ember
under
Spirit's having an
attack.
awful time mid.
Yeah,
And Puck's just going to heal up. Puck is 1,000 gold away from Blink Dagger. The bottom lane Tidehunter is just still pulling everyone out. Panda might die top.
uh-oh.
Oh.
So another great Fisher from 403, but Arthas is going to go for the dive here. He has a Lance this time to finish him off, but Jivy is looking for some kills. Natalie goes on 403. He's going to stand his ground just under the tower, while Sturgia is taking huge amount of damage from the Ember Spirit. Can you get out? The static field is there, and that's going to be able to block
Oh my
the Ember
gosh.
Spirit off. But a great Fisher yet again from 403 picks up that kill, and they want more. Here comes the last, I believe, Remnant coming out, but the nice glimpse back is there for
500
Deathward to save him for time being. 403 is going to get out. Arthas is going to throw the last Spirit Lance, but that's the last one. Hyper Raise barely gets out, jukes it through the trees, and TPs into the base.
In the meantime, Tidehunter had a Ravage to save his life. He got away with less
yes.
than
Middle
10%.
tower is under attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Invis Rune on Puck, and he's heading top lane.
He has a Dream Coil back up.
Oh, this is looking good. But 403's been throwing great Fishers.
Yeah, he has. He
So
might
he
actually
can
just
get
look
no
for
way.
403 here. He's level 9. He's 5 levels over this Earthshaker.
And
Sturgia also coming in
Coddle's
as
coming. Coddle offers nothing, though. Best thing Coddle can do is give Puck cooldown reduction
Yeah.
right now, I think.
well. Are they going to commit? Bilal actually being very patient here. They want to get both, it seems like. Or at least the bigger fish, which is a panda, obviously. Bilal. His Invis
think-
last quarter left. Are they actually not going to commit? I don't know. I think they should definitely go for it.
I feel like they should. They have 4 heroes here. What's going on bottom again? Tidehunter. I see the mini map and I see Tidehunter
Oh,
just
man,
on
like,
top of
actually
everyone.
get hit by the Anchor Smash as well. It takes so much damage. He has mana for Healing Ward. And he's going to be able to use it this time, hiding in the
Panda-
trees.
Panda took some damage top lane in the meantime.
Yep. Just getting speared endlessly from Phantom Lancer.
It's constant Chakra Magic Spear. 17 wand charges on Coddle. Looking good. And now the ward is getting pinged out that doesn't exist. I want to check that. Panda's taking so much harass. There's the mana leak and another great
Yeah.
Fisher.
But he is getting closer to that ever coveted level 6, which will keep himself even safer with that split.
PL is now overtaken Ember Spirit on CS. Oh, mid lane, we have another fight.
Yeah, it looks like the Dream Coil was committed, but Jivy does not break it off. In the top lane, there is a dive over to Karthus. Karthus gets finally taken down. Finally! That was, I believe, the first death from actually the second death. There has been a lot of pressure on him. 4-3 gets pinged out. Here comes another spear, Arthas. Nope, this is too much for him to actually try to dive.
Simon Fraser is very dominant in the lane currently, and I think Tidehunter got a little too cocky, but he's still causing Washington to commit 2 heroes bottom, and he's slowing down Juggernaut's farm. Diffusal Blade, there already has 1.5 blades of alacrity, halfway to his second. For Phantom Lancer, that's a crazy item. He's a huge power spike when he gets it.
Yeah, even synergizing with the Mana Leak as well. Again, Karthus getting chased down. He still doesn't have his ulti yet. The glimpse gets used. That doesn't drain his mana, interestingly, and he dodges the smash with the
Tidehunter,
and then he gets taken down as well. Can't TP out in time. Meanwhile, Hyper Raise gets taken down by the Omni Slash, I believe, of Magnetic.
Yeah, he got Omni Slash right at the end as he got into tower range. And Puck just harassing Ember Spirit, sitting in lane. It's his lane. 65 CS. Juggernaut actually second in CS now. It looks like Tide's blunder has caused Juggernaut to catch back up. Juggernaut and Ember Spirit actually second and third, almost exactly. Oh, actually PL too. Everyone's very close on CS. The top 5 at least, and then the bottom 5, including Panda. Poor guy.
Yeah, obviously Ember Spirit slightly struggling against them Puck. Well, a little bit over 1,000k difference, but still not that far behind, as you said. He can definitely catch up.
We have 3 versus 3 top.
Fisher
Echo
missed on the
Slam.
top. Arthur, he's on the wrong side of the Fisher. Nope, Arthur, can he walk? No, he can't walk. He's fine though.
Panda almost has ult. Earth Spirit and Lich do have ult. Disruptor has Static Storm as well though, which is huge, and Glimpse to stop any TP rotations then, except for from a Juggernaut.
Yeah. Oh, his head level 6 as well. Yeah, these supports doing very well in levels. Finally, Keeper puts the first level into his Illuminate.
There we go. Tidehunter's 1-on-1 versus Juggernaut now. It looks like Juggernaut's a bit more scared when Lich isn't here.
Yeah, and of course, especially with that Omni Slash being down, much less deadly on that Juggernaut, at least early on in the game.
Tidehunter just pulling him out with Anchor Smash. Lich shows up mid and looks like he's going to head back bottom.
So it looks like it is going with the Ember Spirit that's going for the Battle Fury. Meanwhile, the Juggernaut builds the first item, Diffusal Blade.
I think if Washington didn't get a kill on PL, if they overcommit for this tower, I think Washington is in a great spot and has recovered from the lanes. PL really just seems pretty scary. He seems very scary right now. Puck has his Blink Dagger, which I think he just revealed for almost nothing.
Yeah, 15 minutes, Blink Dagger.
But Puck is ready to go. Puck's ready to fight or make space. Puck's ready to do what Puck wants to do this game.
He's played very cautiously so far.
I think they want to slow down the Ember Spirit is why Puck is staying mid so much.
Ember Spirit about still 1,000 gold away from being able to pick that Battle Fury up. He does have the Perseverance, no Demon Edge though.
And Mana Boots picked up on Earthshaker actually, so he's not doing too bad. He's up the Blink, he already has almost 800 gold.
Can spam out those Fishers a little bit. Like right now, Coddle would love to be farming the jungle because nothing's really happening this top anymore. He is TPing bot. Hyper Raise is very low. Magnetic, can you get it? Oh, the Anchor Smash is enough to do this, delay his damage even with the crit. And just to try now going after Tyrant, he has no mana left, but the Ice Armor is going to be able to slow him down enough to be able to stop that chase. Ray finally getting his revenge on that Tidehunter.
Panda is chasing down. Oh no, Panda wasted his first ult after finally getting it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did they use it to get Puck? No, Puck just got taken out mid.
Ooh, it looks like...
What is going on mid lane? These guys just blow each other up.
How did Jivy actually get that kill? Must have been a triple Remnant user. All his Remnants are on cooldown. Looks like there was a great change into triple Remnant
He just picked up a Battle Fury as well.
Yeah, that kill definitely going worth a lot. How much money was that? That was 539 gold. But now Hyper Raise getting found by Jivy. Here's a Remnant in Amster. Can he save his offlaner? There is the stun coming off from the Mana Leak. Slow as well from Hyper Raise. He's a very fast fish, but with no health, he doesn't want to commit.
Just waddles on back. Gonna go jungle because jungle creeps don't do damage. And PL has Diffusal, so PL's ready to go. We're gonna see, I think this is what we're gonna make into the mid game here. Everyone, at least on Simon Fraser is ready, but everyone, I mean PL and Puck are ready to go. Tidehunter has a mech as well. Once Ravage is up in just over a minute, I think Simon Fraser is going to group up and take objectives until they're forced to commit Ravage. But in which case, I think it's very likely they're going to win a fight. It's great to see Mech and Blink Dagger picked up because of how many counters there are for PL on Simon Fraser.
Yeah.
Seeing strength in Puck and seeing strength in Tidehunter is really important. Simon Fraser does want to be a team where when PL dies, they have nothing left, because PL has a lot of spells to look out for. Echo Slam, Chain Frost.
Hey,
Sleight
Glimpse
of
on the
Fist,
top on
Battle
403. He doesn't have the Echo Slam, and the damage is there from Artrox. More than enough with the Divisal Blade.
Oh, insane with Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, very good timing on all these items for Simon Fraser's team so far.
And top lane is likely not going to get defended. Disruptor's showing, so no one can TP right on top of the tower, because they'll have to worry about Glimpse.
Yeah.
In the
Hyper
meantime,
Raise.
Juggernaut... Oh, go right ahead.
Hyper Ray is also about 1,400 gold away from his Blink Dagger as well. So yeah, all these cores from Simon Fraser are looking very healthy. Of course, you talked about that Battle Fury and picked up on Jivy. Has the Juggernaut finished the Diffusal Blade? Yeah, Diffusal Blade on Juggernaut as well. Yeah, very close game so far.
Coddle picking up double runes again, just all game. Oh, regen rune for mid players. We had a little fight over it. Nope.
Oh yeah, there's a
Puck
chain
went
and
down.
triple Remnant as well, and Puck does not use the orb. He used the orb
That's
way
a-
too fast, I mean.
Value Ward getting a kill for mid.
Yeah.
And he's still holding on to a regen, pops it after to heal right up.
Complete
And now-
turnaround. Yeah, the net worth has been flipped between those two mid laners now.
This is the first time it feels like Washington has any space this game.
Yeah. Sutra is firing that level 1 Remnant away. Can they get the glimpse? There is
Oh,
the
there we go.
glimpse. But he
Oh,
uses that
no.
great sleight of fist to dodge that glimpse. Very well timed.
You know what's upsetting is the Disruptor could have just cast Static Storm early,
Yeah, on top of him.
and he would have got him.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. Very good play, of course, from Jivy to be able to dodge a glimpse. Very hard to spell to dodge at times.
Yep, definitely. And bottom tower is going to get pressed. Puck is pushing it, and actually Diffusal Blade first on Juggernaut.
Yeah, he is doing quite
So-
well.
I mean, that's for fighting, I guess. Oh, it looks like we're going to see a fight here soon. Four
Yeah.
heroes bottom.
Of course, it is
Disruptor's
Juggernaut.
baiting.
Hyper Race coming in.
Glimpse.
Now Tyrant
Have
gets
to go
glimpse
for
back,
flash.
but it's a very short distance. Can he get trapped? No, he will not get trapped. There is a man leak on him as well. He's going to
Teleport's
stand his
coming in.
ground, fire off the Chain Frost. Hyper Race taking a lot of damage from it, but the Chain Frost ends. Javi now TPing in. He has a boost of travels on him already. Can he find the Coddle? He missed his chains right now, but a great Remnant in. But here is the 4-man Ravage, but no damage to follow up, and Hyper Race is going to sacrifice himself for that. And now I'm just getting chased by the Pandas. Meanwhile, there's Omni Slash committed by Juggernaut to be able to pick up the support kill on Disruptor. Now the Dream Coil gets cast, catching 3, but there is no more damage to be had. There, oh my god, great
The dodge.
phase to go be able to dodge the Echo Slam, but that's not going to be able to get him out of there. Just an only style on him. And Keeper of Light, the only sole survivor on the Simon Fraser side in that fight. Of course, there was a Final Answer pushing top, but definitely not worth a huge fight loss. About 2k gold change.
Thank God for the PL split push, because that fight went extremely poorly for Simon Fraser. Disruptor and Ty get caught out. Ty ends up getting taken down after such a huge Ravage, because no one was really in position, and even if they were Disruptor, didn't have Static Storm. Trying to salvage, Disruptor went in, trying to save his friend, and then Juggernaut just spun through Kinetic Field and Omni slashed him. And I thought the fight was over, and then Puck goes in after all that
Yeah.
and dies by himself, one by one. Simon Fraser's throwing away an amazing lead they had for themselves after the laning phase.
Yeah, I don't know what they were planning to do. I mean, they were trying to win a fight, I guess, with Tidehunter, Keeper of Light, and Disruptor. But as you said, those 3 lack a lot of damage. And they needed at least a Puck there. Puck now getting chased down. Chains again from Jivy, and he's doing so much damage to his right clicks. Phase out from Puck, but he doesn't have the Blink Dagger still. Oh, there's a Static Storm to be able to maybe silence them long enough, but there's a short... Oh, he actually used a Remnant to dodge the Glimpse again, and now the chains onto Disruptor, and Disruptor needs a few more right clicks to get taken down. Jivy is going to take that as well. Now no more mana. Gets stumped by the mana leak. He doesn't have any stick or anything like that, but do they have the damage to take him down? 403 TPing in, and the Lich TPing in as well. The second mana leak is there, 100 health left, the blind is there to push him even farther back. But
Oh my
great!
God.
Fisher is going to be able to block them off from being chasing. That's going to be able to save the Ember Spirit for now. And Chain Frost coming out as well. MJ Sutra gets taken down. Hyper Raise, he's probably won't be taken down, but what a play coming out from the Washington team there.
A second.
Meanwhile, top lane, actually, the
glimpse
action doesn't land. Karthus wants some Balancer blood. Can they find the right one? And I don't think he's in the wrong one. Karthus, can he? No, he gets it! Oh, the illusion is going to be able to take it, but of course, the experience goes over to the Panda.
That's crazy. After Panda's mana was burned, there was no damage left, and he just beat him down. Looked him in the face. Earthshaker's really bringing it. After the questionable first few minutes where he weren't sure what he was doing, he clearly knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
His fishers have been amazing. And Ember Spirit proving it is not a fluke, dodging Glimpse, doing it 2 times
mid
in a row.
lane again, Jivy. Oh, he is so on a roll right now. Unstoppable lead after a bad start in lane. He has Chrysalis already ready as well. Those illusions are not going to be able to stand to this kind of damage.
Very cocky, going for the, or not cocky, but confident.
Yeah.
Going for a Chrysalis before the Lincoln Sphere is going to pick up third after not including bots. Likely, do you think he's going to turn it into, do you think he's going to upgrade his crit? Or do you
Looks
think
like he has at least quick buy bar the Lincoln Sphere. So
of course.
I'm
But after the
assuming he is
Lincolns-
going for that safe play. Yeah, after Lincoln's, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they just want as much damage as possible to clear illusions. They can, I mean, either do that or go for a second Battle Fury. Or I guess he could go for more defensive items as well. But Jivy might find, oh, actually, Echo Slam onto Final Lancer, he gets destroyed. And the Ravage is going to be able to counter it, but now they don't have a lot of damage with the Final Lancer being gone. A stun also lands on Bilal, not being able to go in, chasing after that ball. Now the Static Storm gets dropped, but no follow-up on that. Final Lancer, most of their farm right now, so they can't do anything. But the Pandas are on a roll. They're going to get a double chain on both of the supports, and 403 blinks in enchant totems and stuns both of them, and they will get taken down as well.
Hello. He just shook the earth.
Yeah, he did.
He just shook the earth.
Oh, and the silence on him, he getting a little target, but the illusory orb misses 403. One more last hit will do it, but Bilal blinks forward. Oh, the stun is there. Can he get him? No, the Fisher is going to be able to keep him stunned long enough for Jivy to pick up that kill with a sleight of fist.
I want to feel bad for Simon Fraser, but I'm sure they feel bad enough, especially after that poor puck.
Oh, they're getting outplayed.
Simon Fraser loses PL, Ravage is on cooldown, and so is Dream Coil. Simon Fraser doesn't have a team at that point.
Yeah.
That initial Echo Slam was just that's all they needed to win the next minute of gameplay there. And they just had complete control of the map, they did whatever they want, puck fed, and now they're pushing up to did some damage to a T3.
Yeah, as you said, this Keeper of Light build, I feel like it's kind of falling off at this point, having
He
no
doesn't offer
Illuminate.
anything.
Yeah, he doesn't offer
can't even
anything.
push the enemy team away because Illuminate's level 1. He can't clear the creep waves.
Oh, and
PL is the sole hope of Simon Fraser, it feels. But let's see what they do. Hopefully, that last team fight that went sour was a learning experience. And Simon Fraser knows not to fight unless they have all their spells. And if they have all their spells, all they have to do is hit them. And it should be pretty easy to roll over Washington, who now has a 10k gold advantage.
Indeed, and they're now moving over to their second tier 2 of the game. And it looks like there isn't going to be any defense here from SFU.
No way. You can only fight high ground after just getting massacred like that.
Yeah. And of
don't
course,
wanna
Ravage
go.
being on cooldown means they can't really take
25
the fight at
seconds.
full strength either.
Ember Spirit is alone, but it's Ember Spirit. He has bots.
Yeah.
Doesn't really count as being split from his team.
You can always TP in. Of course, safety remnants could be on the map. I don't believe there was a safety remnant there, but he has been pretty much on the ball in dodging that glimpse. So, very confident in his abilities to be able to be stay himself safe.
Double damage bottom. Huge that Simon Fraser gets this and doesn't let Washington take it for a push or for a Roshan. Simon Fraser's trying to get as much farm as they can as safely as they can, which is it's really their only play right now. Washington is in control of the game. The very defensive wards from Simon Fraser, just trying to salvage anything, just trying to sneak around the jungle and hit a few creeps without getting caught by the steamroller that is currently Washington.
Yeah. And knowing that Simon Fraser is playing very defensive, they feel very confident in going for this Roshan as well. Wards are up everywhere, so they know they're safe, or at least for the time being. Unless there's a smoke play coming up from Simon Fraser. There is 2 smokes on Death's Word, but I don't think they know this is going on. They spot Coddle, this high ground.
This would be a great time to take a fight from Simon Fraser. Everyone's grouped up. However,
yeah, they're smoked up. They also scan as well, but this Roshan is taken down already. Are they still gonna come in? Looks like they are. The Aegis goes to the Panda. There goes the gigantic initiation by the Ravager. 4 people get caught, and Great Storm is starting to follow up. Juggernaut's still caught in it, but now he starts spinning, and Arthur takes so much damage. PL gets deleted, and then spins on the Disruptor to be able to take him down. Now Mr. Troy is in big trouble. Oh, the crits are there as well, and the Slide of Fist, and the last auto attack from Amnetic is going to be able to take that. Now everyone's routing right now from the side of SAFU. Hyper Raise trying to get his Blink Dagger up 1 second until that, but Karthus has other plans. He's going to be constantly right-clicking. He doesn't do a lot of damage. We'll keep him around for a while, but there's the Blink off. He's going to be okay.
Brewmaster Aegis. Let's go.
Oh,
After PL died, I looked around with my camera and I was like, okay, what does Simon Fraser have to do? And I just moved my camera past.
Bilal got a solo kill with an Echo Simon, looks like, onto Bilal.
Earthshaker has Puck's number. He's just out to ruins Puck's game.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Oh, was that actual GG call there? Bilal calls that, or was that a mistake? They don't even apologize. Yeah, that's awkward. Looks like it wasn't an actual GG call.
Okay.
There is the doppelganger used by Arthas. He goes in. Jivy taking all the mana away. Arthas is on a roll. Brewmaster pauses the game. Oh yeah, now they're confused. Yeah, you can't call GG like that. Yeah, they thought the game was over. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a little fishy. Ember Spirit might have died for that. They thought the game was over. Good sportsmanship from the Washington side. Karthus getting slowed down. He does have the Aegis. He will be coming back up. Magnetic comes back in, but gets mana leaked, and now he might go down for his troubles. Blink out from Karthus, but Magnetic now is going to spin and try TP with that one. He's going to get out there. Chain Frost bouncing between the illusion. Arthas still going in, but he doesn't feel safe with the Earthshaker somewhere around. And 4-3 blinks in. More spears coming out his way. Malik is there as well, and the Diffusal Blade is going to stun him with the combination of the Malik as well. And a great turnaround for SFU. They're now trying to look for this Lich, and the Puck finds him. He silences him as well, and the Blinding Light's going to push him back. The slow comes from Hyper Raise, and one more right click is going to be able to do it for Bilal.
You know, when you're playing from behind, you really need something to go right like that. You just need to catch a high-value target off guard. And I guess one way to do that is to call good game in a competitive match and then blow him up when he walks high ground attacking your building.
Yeah.
And, you know, Washington gave Simon Fraser an inch after falling for that sneaky play, and they took a mile just cleaning up Lich, Earthshaker, and Ember Spirit. Puck is very happy to get revenge on Earthshaker, I'm sure. But Simon Fraser still suffers from the same problem going forward after that fight. When PL goes down, Simon Fraser is not very scary at all. I was going to mention before that fight broke out, after the Roche fight, when PL died, I scrolled over at Simon Fraser's team and I saw...
it's actually Static Storm coming out onto Ember Spirit. Arthas is there, and a great Ravage also catches the Earthshaker. But Earthshaker Fisher to be able to save again. Jimmy gets out, and an Echo Slam with a huge amount of damage over to Arthas, and the Slide of Fist will be able to take him down. And Magnetic spins on that the gigantic Leviathan and be able to take him down. What a turnaround there. Great Fisher yet again from 403.
At the anime running, Fire Panda's going in.
Unfortunately, the Earth Panda is the one that he spawns in. He actually has a Radiance on that Panda, doing so well for himself.
Doing very well, especially after I think awful would be a good way to describe his laning phase. Having the support Earthshaker get 6 before the actual offlaner is a little, you could say, it might be called the off lane because that's a little bit off. How about that?
It's definitely not what you're dreaming of when you head into your lane.
And no buybacks.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to give up the mid lane. That makes sense. They definitely are going to want to defend this with their team up. There's the glyph. Cardle's illuminating. Maybe we'll see. Oh.
GV also now completed his Lincoln Sphere as well, so something to keep in mind here.
Static Storm's up in 5 and PL's coming in.
Yeah, he gets stunned immediately though by Fisher. yet again, and then that's another tier 3 taken down. Oh my god, just the damage from the Sleight of Fist is so much. Now the commit is there for the Dream Coil. Karthus only one caught in it right now. The Juggernaut spinning out. There was a Static Storm, but everyone walks out of it. But the Brewmaster has no more mana left to be able to do anything, but it doesn't mean Arthas is going to stay alive. The Sleight of Fist is going to be there yet again to take him down, and Juggernaut finishing Death Sword as well. He'll be able to push back on the Ember Spirit. He gets silenced. Arthas Spy is back
God,
again.
PL
He's
just fall back.
immediately blown up. Can he get out of this? Actually does. No, Memneg is going to just spin on him.
Nope.
Can't actually ravage him out of that. And now the stun is going to be there. Tyrant not taking a lot of damage, but the Manta Cell is going to be able to purge off the mana leak from Memnetic. Now Yules is there. Hyper Raise is getting stunned yet again from the Enchant Totem. Memnetic going straight towards Amsuda. He's changes his mind. Going over to Bilal now. He's going to be able to spin on him. Actually changes his mind yet again. Tyrant getting taken out by the Illusory Orb. Now Tide Hunter is going to be in big trouble. So they have the slow. Yet the slow is there from the Diffusal Blade. And Jive is going to be able to help his buddy out here with some magic damage. And Memnetic is going to be able to final crit to take him down. And Blinken from 403. He doesn't like this puck at all. He does miss the initial stun, but can he get the second one? No. He misses Enchant Totem as well. The Yules comes out from below, but he cannot get his blink off, and that might spell the end for SFU.
Juggernaut has reached the point where, in combination with others as a team, he doesn't really care.
Oh, and Omni Slash for solo support.
He just runs around and cuts Simon Fraser up.
Yeah, there's a real GG coming out.
Yeah, I would imagine. Poor PL got taken out, buys back, runs in, and Earthshaker, the man with the plan, the guy who shows up for a clutch stun all game long, just jumps on PL. The second Phantom Rush connects him, stuns him, and I don't think he got to play his character. No, there was a Ravage, but Juggernaut was already spinning and just took PL out. And that's essentially where I think the game ended. We did get to watch Jug have some fun with Simon Fraser after that before GG was called. After a great laning phase, a crushing defeat, less than half the kills.
Yeah. Would you say the MVP goes to 403 with those amazing fishers?
I think I would give it to Jive on
Yeah,
Embers
Jive
tonight.
also played incredibly well for sure. I mean,
he embodies, I feel, Washington, where he had a rough laning phase and then he just kept it together, kept his composure, and turned it back around. He was 0-2 against Puck. I think he might have been 0-3 before he got his first kill. Turns a ward into a kill, turns that into a Battle Fury, and farms his way on creeps and then heroes back into the game. He was leading the charge. He was making space. The first time I felt at any point Washington had any room to breathe is when he got that kill on Puck because of the ward.
yeah, some great solo kills from all around. I mean, we saw plenty of solo kills from Jive to be able to start. I mean, he started with 2 deaths, but after that, he went 13-1 and 13. Like, end score being 13-3 and 13. Yeah, the guy really brought it back. And also, Earthshaker, when the support is picking up solo kills on the map, that's when you know the game has turned around.
Earthshaker's a hero that can do that, and I think people forget because a lot of the supports who are being picked up are not necessarily heroes that can do that.
Yeah.
A little bit greedy, but worth it. Earthshaker. He's a chaos dunker, and he kind of just did some chaos dunking.
Yeah, I mean, the draft from Washington was just on point, and there was, I don't think, a lot of answers for SFU other than, as you said, just straight up destroying the lanes, which they did, but not well enough, I suppose.
I think they did well enough. More so, they threw it away, and we saw that a lot at
Right.
Tidehunter at first, where he died for kind of no reason. He had Ravage, and he was low health, and he was just fighting into them more than he should have. And all Juggernaut did was hit spin, and Tidehunter died before spin even ended. You know, if Juggernaut can kill you in a spin where it's not even close, you gotta be playing safe at that point. You can't just be at a health where all Juggernaut needs to do is stand on top of you and you die before spin ends, because there's nothing you can do in that situation, especially that early in the game where you have no items and few spells.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to get ready for game 2 here. We're going to be probably taking about a 5-minute break in between to get these players ready. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere because more games coming your way.
See you guys soon. I can't wait to see who's gonna win Game 2, Division 2.